love sending Kym pictures because she gets irritated. Whatever irritates Kym, I like to do.
Funny mamas.
So I was like, I had a
like a son. Two funny mamas. What's with the grin? Sherri and Kym.
Hi, I am Kym Whitley, and I am safe from harm. I know I've been missing from two funny mamas for weeks. Sherri does not have me locked up in a room with a gray couch. I am okay. I know my fans have missed me, but I am safe.
And Sherri is very pretty.
And Sherri is very pretty. Why are we playing, Chris? Hi, y'all. What's up, two funny mama?
Where are you,
I
Kym?
know. Okay, so a lot's been going on, Chris, and I'm coming back, y'all. Me and Sherri, I said Sherri has me in a room with a great couch.
I think she would stick you in a room with a bucket. I don't think you'd get a couch.
Yeah, I want to say to the fans, I'm coming back probably next week. Well, first of all, I am right now in my dressing room doing the show. What? The Upshaws. So I am in my dressing room. Wait, see, I guess I can show everybody my dressing room. Hold on, see. There we go. I'm in my
Oh,
dressing room.
A plus talent. Hello.
Yeah, funny. So I am working, but I did have a little surgery um a couple weeks ago, so I could not come on the air. I was in rehab and trying to get it together. So, but we don't just put our business out there. And then I had to start working. So I will be back to Two Funny Mamas probably next week. Chris, what you think?
I love it. We miss you. I know. I know you watch every episode and you send me critiques and notes and say, "Hey, here's how we could be better and here's how we'll improve." So I appreciate that about you. You've been working hard in your off time. So great work.
Yes. Well, thank you. I miss everybody, all the Two Funny Mamas fans. Thank you to everybody who's been sitting in for me. I really appreciate it. But I'll be back. I had a little surgery, and now I've been working, so it just didn't work out timing wise. But I'll be back. Sherri can't hold down the fort too long without me.
Do you
I
think she
guess
misses
next
you?
week. No, I think she's really enjoyed the time without me.
I've never seen her more motivated to book time. She's like, "Hey, let's record it Thursday." Okay.
It's record because she likes to talk by her damn self. But no, I'll be back. Let's say next week because this week I film tomorrow and then I film all day Thursday
To your
on
point,
another show on
you
Bay, the
you had to do
series.
the health stuff, but then you just did Netflix as a joke festival with Chris Spencer, and you
Yeah.
guys honored the comedy union. You've had all these meetings, and you're now congratulations for the Upshaws thing. So, along with
Yes.
this, any of you conspiracy theorists thinking Sherri
Yeah.
had her hidden away, she's also just a mom who's super busy and super talented. So when you're talented, that means you get a lot of phone calls and a lot of
Appreciate
opportunities.
that.
So.
But thank you. So, hey, but I want to tell everybody make sure you watch Act Your Age coming up next week, May 22nd on Netflix. Do not forget. We need lots of clicks. Just click it and leave it on. Just watch it.
All right, for the outro, act like you're reading from the paper again, like
Oh,
you're,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
We'll leave this in.
Okay. So I want to thank everybody. I'm safe. I have water and I have food at least twice a week. Sherri has been kind to me in this room that she has helped put me in here by myself. So thank you. Sherri is a great talk show host. She's funny. She's pretty. She is everything. She is my friend. Thank you. See y'all. Help. Help. Sherri has me locked up. Help me. Sherri hates when I do this.
I be telling people, man, Sherri ain't as all innocent as y'all think she is, man. Sherri be over there with crystals and
Oh my
ointments.
gosh,
Got people
girl.
locked up.
Yeah, when Chris told me that video was 3 minutes, I was like, 3 minutes. But it was the most enjoyable 3 minutes of my life. And I'm glad that y'all know I'm not keeping Kym Whitley from you, because so many people was like, where's Kym? Why isn't Kym on Two Funny Mamas? You would hear her voice and not see her. But it wasn't
Right.
anything that Chris or it was not our
Mm-hmm.
authority to say
Mm-hmm.
what was going on with Kym
Mm-hmm.
until she
Okay.
decided to say it. So now that you
Okay.
guys know, they have removed, I was going to make a joke, so they removed all the female organs, but that'll be on TMZ.
Who
They
fixed
did
it,
not remove.
Jesus?
I'm just joking. That was a bad joke. It's not true. No, but now that y'all know, Kym had to have.
Just tell everybody you had a breast reduction and get over it.
No, I wish Kym. I would pay for the breast reduction myself for Kym, because I know how much she would love it, because she's so tired of her boobies being so big, and I always send her pictures of mine. So it's not that she gonna come back with the same ginormous boobs, but she just
Thank God.
did have some surgery,
Right.
and she had
Okay.
to go. She was in the hospital and she had to do rehab, and then she came
Okay.
home, still had to do more rehab, and now she's finally cleared to work. So, as a matter of fact, today is her last day at the Upshaws, and then she goes and films her soap opera, The Bay, that was nominated for an Emmy. Her episode was nominated for an Emmy.
Well, that's
So,
awesome.
yeah, so she, it's so funny how God blessed her. As soon as she was cleared to work, all of this work started coming in for her. That's the way, God moves. He knows she's a
Yes,
single
he
mother,
does, honey.
because we're going to talk about some blessings. And, he
Mhm.
moved in that space so that Kym was still able to work. And, I told Kym, she was so scared. She's like, they going to forget me. You're Kym Whitley. What, as long
Yeah,
as you done been around, like, you've established yourself.
exactly.
So
And it's not possible, sweetie. It's not possible.
it's not possible.
We
She
tried
There'll
should
be a
this
have.
time.
monument of your whole titty in Ohio.
Like, they should bronze that titty
Oh my.
with Kym Whitley. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
But
Like, girl, you good. You good.
you good. But thankfully, I'm so glad that we have such good friends who have been sitting in for Kym, filling in for her. And today, Coco Brown, you are. And goodness knows, about, if any folks that ain't spiritual, you're going to get it for
Baby,
a
baby.
second, because you
You
are
heard
such
about
a
the cussing
witness to.
pastor? Well, you about to meet his deaconess, his first lady, okay?
Well, you are
'Cause, baby,
definitely a recipient of God's blessings and God's goodness in the midst of, if you want to, for those who are not aware of what happened, um, the horrific fire in your house, if you would tell us.
yeah, February 18th, I lost my entire home to a five-alarm fire, basically. My child and I were home when it started, and by God's grace, we got out. We got our fur babies out. But this year has been a year of rebuilding, not just a house or collecting all the belongings you lost, which you could get back. But this has been a rebuilding of my soul. Let me tell you, I've realized a lot about myself. I've realized that, yeah, I'm strong, but I'm resilient, and it's a difference. It's a
Mm,
difference.
mm.
Strong
Being,
breaks. Strong gets weak. Resilient does not.
you know, um, I can't even imagine how scary that must have been. Your entire house catching on fire, it burned to the ground. And like you said, the only thing that you were able to get out was your son, your precious baby, and your fur babies, who did this. That's the second most precious to you. So you're able to
Yes.
get out the
Yes.
animals, but everything else, you lost
Mhm.
everything. And I remember
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
the news got out, we were all in the comedy community, because we all love you. We were horrified. Um, and I just, what I saw, Coco, was how many people you don't know you loved. until, you know, you like to
I literally just
you
had this
like
conversation with Chris. I did not know I was loved that much. And to go from feeling somewhat unseen and invisible to literally people that you may have crossed paths with one time in your lifetime, reaching out, helping you, praying for you, whatever I can do for you. It has blown my mind. But it's also humbled me that the only person that wasn't seeing me was me.
oh, what that mean?
I mean, I was walking around here thinking, I was invisible. I was unseen. I don't, I just was like, nobody cares. Nobody knows. And it took a tragedy like this for me to realize, girl, you are seen and you are important and you do matter. And you've planted the right seeds because I'm so glad my son was able to see this, even though it had to come from a tragedy, that being a good person does pay off and you truly do reap what you sow.
You know, I have to say, people love you, Coco. You have
No, now.
cemented your mark. I mean, look, in the comedy world, you're very well respected. You come on, you know, you ain't out there in the streets unless you have to be, because you know we single moms. So you do your
Yeah,
job, you treat people kindly, and you go home and you take care of your baby. So it
absolutely.
just, and I have to say a special thank you to the fans and followers of the Two Funny Mamas
Yes.
podcast,
Thank you
because when
guys
I
so
tell
much.
Coco, we did like a whole marathon night. I thought
And
even
I didn't even know, and I found out afterwards. And then, when you guys blessed me what was raised, I was just like, what? What? I was so blown away. And I thank you guys so much. I mean, Sherri, you were one of the first to reach out to me. Kym reached out to me. You guys were one of the first to reach out to me. It was like, what can we do? And then, I'm in shock. I'm all like, shell shocked. And you guys took it upon yourselves to help me in the way that you guys did. And it was just amazing. And I appreciate you guys and love you so much for that. Because you could have easily been like, girl, we're going to pray for you. Because I got that from a lot of people. But, some people I know it's because they didn't have it. But some people was just like, okay, girl. But I'm just so humbled. I'm humbled. I mean, total strangers were giving me their last, like because I took a picture with them in Walmart. It was
I
it was
mean
crazy.
that's so, to me it's like, you know, that you have touched people's hearts so much just in the span of a few seconds, Coco, that a person you met in Walmart said, I don't have much, but I'm gonna give you something from my
Yeah.
heart. You know, when I tell you, literally Kym and I, we said we're gonna do this, you know, we're gonna do this for a couple hours and we're gonna really try to raise some money for you. We thought we was gonna literally have to take off our clothes as some of the part-time entertainment to get you some money. We were gonna pimp out Chris Denman, our producer of the
Fix it,
podcast.
Lord. Magic Chris. It would have been Magic Chris.
He was not above doing whatever we had to do,
I love
pimping
you guys.
of Chris to raise you some money. But when I tell you, our fans and our followers, they just kept sending money and sending money. And
Thank you guys
I'm
so much.
only, you know, I'm only saying the amount to show people the power of you know, it was a lot of people were like, I can't send much. And we would say, it doesn't even matter. Like we're just asking you to give from your heart to a woman that has been part of our Two Funny Mamas family, who has come on this podcast. And even the littlest amount that added up to, Chris, I think by the time we got off the podcast, we had raised over,
I thought it was around 12,000, I believe.
yeah, like
It was
12.
like in the span we went live to the end of that, like it helped with that, and then all these people. I jumped on. I didn't mean to interrupt you two or anything, but I wanted to say we've got live chat folks. Darlatha said I was glad to give, and my first time hearing of you was on Two Funny Mamas. So glad I met you here. Makila Heaven Sense is taking it one day at a time. So many people in the live chat are commenting and they're so happy to see you, and they were so happy that they could, you know, be
Thank
a part
you.
of this. Yeah, Irina, all these great fans that are really just happy to be able to help. So I know
And
you
I
saw
say
some
that.
mm-hmm.
I
Oh, and
just, and I
also
say the amount.
shout out to Matumbo Coffee. Sorry,
Oh,
they donated portions that they came on, and they did a piece that was tied to this as well. So shout out to them.
Wow.
yeah. And I know a lot of
Y'all
people
gonna make
say,
me cry
why,
again.
because we love you. And I know people say, well, why are you saying the amount? It's just give from the heart. But I'm saying the amount to show the power of when people come together. These are a lot of people that didn't know you, Coco. It was a lot of people who remembered you from Two Funny Mamas when you would come on. And just the fact, it was so emotional for Kym and I, because they like, when I tell you, they was just pouring out little bits, little bits, little bits, and it equaled all of this money for
And it
you.
went to
And
good
so
use, I promise y'all. I promise
I
y'all it went to
just,
good use. Thanks to you guys and everyone who has poured into me, I bought a house today.
you needed
Yeah.
a house. You needed a
Needed a
house.
house,
You're
and I gave my baby what he wanted. I gave my
okay.
baby a
This
pool.
not the new house
No,
you bought, is it?
that is the old house. They tore it down yesterday. So that is what was left of my home after the fire. And so the demo team came day before yesterday. So I'd taken it down. It is now a gaping hole in where my house used to be. It was bittersweet. I was there. Um, it was surreal. It was bittersweet. I'm seeing things come out of that house that didn't burn. That I was like, oh my God, there's that outfit, or oh my God, there's that shoe, and oh wow, there's that, And it was bittersweet. My neighbors. Shout out to the Woodlands. Oh, I love you guys so much. The support, that community, I'm gonna miss them so much. But what is crazy, I'm literally 1 mile away from them. Like,
Really?
I am literally like where I used to live and where I bought my house is probably if it is a 5 minute drive. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's a
I
crazy.
don't
So,
even. Do you find yourself feeling like, because you lost everything?
mhm.
Do you find yourself feeling like now, because of that, like things don't matter as much to you, or do you hold on
Absolutely.
to? Hmm.
What meant the most to me, losing the things. Like I make the joke about, I'm about to run in the house and grab my Birkin, yeah, because I was looking for it yesterday when they was tearing down the house, and I said, if I see my Birkin, I'm stopping, and I'm gonna dig through this rubble because I ain't buying another one. So, but but it was going through the house before it was, torn down, when we were able to go into the garage and the basement, and the things that I found that were not destroyed. Like I'm thoroughly convinced that God put his hand up at that doorway to my garage, because all of the things from my parents' home, when we sold their home, and I'm a sentimental crybaby, I literally brought so much stuff back from my parents' home, and it was untouched outside of a little water damage. And to find 3 bins of nothing but photo albums and pictures that were completely dry, and to find a cardboard box in the basement that literally had copies of every picture I had ever taken of my baby as a newborn, that I had on my
Oh,
walls on my staircase that burnt. And I didn't even remember that I had made copies. So to
wow.
know that, to salvage and find my mother's Bible that she signed to my son when he was born, to find that little baggie of teeth that I had put in a case and for some reason ended up in a box in the basement. Like it that's what mattered to me more than anything. Yes, I was able to salvage some things, but honestly, the sentimental memories that were untouched and I was able to salvage meant more to me than anything. And it has put things in a new perspective for me. I realized I had a lot of unnecessary crap because I was trying to fill some void. And now
Oh,
I don't feel that void anymore. So I haven't rushed out to buy a bunch of stuff that I had before. I got us the basic essentials. I just started buying some little wants as opposed to needs in like the last 45 days.
okay.
And it's this has changed me, Sherri. Like I can't even describe it, but I refuse to complain. I refuse. Even if I feel it bubbling in my throat, I will swallow it. I'm like, I can't complain. I think
Why?
the biggest thing, huh?
Why have
Because
you
in the
refused?
midst of this, I have been so blessed. I have been so blessed in the midst of this. And what really shook me to the core and made me realize that I am blessed and highly favored, as the old folks say. When I went back to that house a few days after the fire and I saw my child's bedroom, what was left of it was a gaping black hole of just charred stucco and wood. And where he would normally be sitting in that room with those headphones on, playing Xbox with that door closed, which was directly down the hall from my bedroom, which is what caught on fire first. And the stairwell is right there, which means if he was in that room, he wouldn't have been able to get out. The fact that that child was downstairs eating cereal, which was so rare because he'd be in that room, I fell to my knees and I said, yo, how dare I cry about a purse or some shoes or pictures, because God orchestrated it that that child was where he needed to be because he knew what was about to happen. And the fact that I had been out all that morning running errands and I chose not to stop one more time, because had I stopped that one more time, he'd have been in that house by
Oh,
himself.
oh,
So I can't even sit here and trip over. I have my moments because you don't realize what you've lost until you need it and realize you don't have it no more.
yeah.
Like I realized I didn't have scissors. I didn't have cotton balls, like simple stuff that you would just have, and I had to run out and go get. But when I think about what could have happened and how my steps were orchestrated and his steps were orchestrated because he knew what was about to happen. And the fact that as we were running out the house, Sherri, literally the roof came down over my bedroom.
Mm.
Like, and as we got across the street, my bedroom was just an inferno. Like it was gone.
Oh my
And
God.
to just think what could have happened. What could have happened. So that when I say humbled my sister, humbled. Like I tell anybody, you hear me complaining, please slap me because I'm tripping. Because I can't complain. I can't even fathom it because the steps were orchestrated, man. Like seriously.
You
And to just
know,
see the blessings that have come to me and the epiphanies and the awareness and just knowing I'm being changed right now. Like I am, when I say, honey, when you let go and let God, I don't mean to get all religious because I'm a cuss later, but when you let go
he know
and
your
let
heart, girl.
God, baby,
Yeah.
and like I said, I ain't, whatever you worship, fine, Buddha, Yahweh, whatever, Jah, whatever, but I know that man upstairs put a shield around me and that child. And everything, he tested me. He tested me. And I think I
I
passed the
know.
test.
I think so. I think God loves you amazingly, Coco.
Mm.
I know it was a lot of people. If you can explain, because people felt like, well, didn't you have insurance? Why you need to go?
Yes.
Why, people, we get so many
I
gut.
guess people don't understand. If you're not a homeowner, I guess you don't understand how insurance works. Yes, I had homeowners insurance. I had very good homeowners insurance. But what people fail to realize, they don't write you a check the next day.
Right.
Like I literally was spending my own money to just get my child basic amenities like underwear and
Mm.
socks and shoes and toothpaste. They don't write you a check for what you've lost. There has to be a whole investigation and a whole. I still haven't gotten the content money of my home yet because having to list literally 25 years of everything
Oh
I've
man.
collected since I've been on my own. And, it's longer than that. I took stuff to Maryland after college. I took stuff to LA after when I went to LA. I brought stuff to Georgia. So you're talking about 30 some years. I've been on my own since I was what, 20?
Yeah.
So you're talking about 30 some years of stuff. And you have to list everything down to paper clips when you do those
Wow.
contents. And the way homeowners insurance works, you don't get a check the next day. And the thing was, I didn't set up the GoFundMe's. I didn't even know I had a GoFundMe until my brother and my assistant called me and said, you have a GoFundMe.
Mm.
And then there were people that from our, entertainment family that were calling me like, girl, do you have a GoFundMe? Or girl, I don't do GoFundMe. What's your Cash App? What's your Zelle? What's your PayPal? And like, I'm just blown away. And like I said, I didn't expect they had to raise the number on the GoFundMe because I reached the goal and they wanted to see, my brother and my assistant was like, look, you need everything you can because you've lost everything.
Right.
And people was like, well, ain't you got insurance? And I'm like, well, you must not be a homeowner.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes so long
I
for
just
that.
got the check to pay off my house.
Yeah. But even
Yeah.
still, I think that people don't understand like basic needs. Like you said, listing
Yeah.
everything. At this age, I can't remember what happened
Girl,
15
like
minutes ago. So
every shoe behind you has to be listed. Brand, how much it was, when did you buy it? It's a
and
process.
you got to do all of this and you're in the mind state of trying to figure out where you're going to stay, paying rent, so that's just hard. It's hard enough trying to
And then
live
being a
life.
mama trying to keep things as normal as possible for your child.
And you got to send them to
This
school.
child couldn't see me break, because I needed to keep his mental stability and his emotional stability. So he couldn't see me break. When I was breaking, it was in the car. It was in
Wow,
the shower.
Coco.
I couldn't let this child see me break because his strength came from my strength.
His strength came
So,
from
and
your
all this going on, and then the people in your ear, like, ain't you got enough money and all this? And I'm like, first of all, if y'all think Taraji's struggling, what you think I'm doing when you don't even know who I am?
And we're talking about
Like,
Taraji
really?
Henson. Taraji, who was talking about the pay disparity with Black
Right.
women.
And you don't even know who I am. And you're telling me I got money? I'm like, child, bye. But, people
Okay,
don't
this is how I
know.
know.
People don't know.
This is how I know you a comic, because in the middle of
Right. Because
tragedy,
I'm like, you up here
how
telling me
are
ain't I got enough
you?
money? Taraji is over here talking about her pay scale, and you don't even know who I am. What you think I'm making? I'm like, come on.
I want to know how are you doing now? Because to go through all of this, and you got to go back to work because you got to make
Oh, I
money.
went back to work a week and a half later.
How did
With
you
viral
how do you
clothes
do
on.
that?
Viral clothes.
Smelling like fire.
Well,
How you
it
get
was actually, it was still on me, but I literally didn't even have show clothes. And it took a girlfriend of mine. She came over and bought me a whole bunch of stuff from her closet because she likes to dress fly. And she was like, girl, and we're about the same size. I'm wearing borrowed clothes on my first show.
Well, girl, I don't know what your boob size was, but I got a bunch of bras with tags still on them if you want.
Well, I
Old
don't know,
titty
Sherri. I
bras.
think, I don't know. We had to tell because I'm like, you don't, girl, I don't know. I think you had me about a couple of letters.
I think I'm gonna send them anyway.
Send them anyway,
And I know
girl. You know what I'm saying? Send them anyway.
but how is it to get on stage? Because your job as a comedian is to make people laugh through your
Yeah.
pain. So to have to go, it's not like you could go back to the work and work at the bank and just kind of zone out and give people their money. You literally, when you do stand up comedy, you have to be present because you're supposed to make
Mm-hmm.
people laugh. How has that been getting back on the stage after such horrific?
It's crazy. The first time I hopped on stage, fresh off the, out of the fire, man, it's like I went into a zone and I talked about the fire. I talked about that day. And it was in a funny way. Like, people don't understand. I had a kid who told me the next day, I don't want to go back to that house. And I said, why? And he was like, the earth is sour. I'm like, okay, this is why you need to stop watching movies that are not age appropriate. Where did you hear the earth is sour?
Oh my God. Is that
The
from
earth
Walking
is
Dead?
sour. And him to say, now mommy, we can get a house with a pool. That's all he cared about. We can get a house with a pool now, because I couldn't get a pool at the other house because of where the septic tank was. So it's
Did you
crazy
get a
that
pool? Did you get a
got a
pool
pool,
for him?
girl. Yeah, I got a
He
pool, girl.
deserves a
With a
pool.
slide and a diving board, girl. He's so happy.
I have
He
to interrupt.
deserves a
Um,
pool.
Sherri, will you let me know when you want the next portion of the show to get going?
Yes.
Just let me know.
Your son deserves a pool. And
yes, he
I
does.
wanted
Because how this child kept making straight A's through this, that little boy is something else. What he wants, he gets. Because that boy doesn't. He is amazing.
absolutely, and that's the least you could do is get your son a pool, so
Exactly.
he could be carefree and jump in that water and just have a good time,
And
and
just making
without
sure I
it.
have cameras around the jacuzzi because one day he'll be 16 and I'm on the road.
Yeah, you definitely. I had a jacuzzi and I had cameras all in the outside because when they get to be a teenager, I'm going to tell you, they do things in the jacuzzi. Them boys do things. They watch them when they get on that jet of the jacuzzi, Coco. I
God.
I promise you. You may not be getting pleasure in that jacuzzi, but that jet is giving some boy pleasure. Him and his
Sit,
friends.
Lord. Okay.
Yeah, and he deserves that.
Okay.
I will say he deserves
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna let him have that. I'm just gonna cut the camera off and say, let him use you.
I'm glad you got to come on and speak. Before we get to our next guest, who they've been through things too, and you know they got 14 receipts to show for it.
Come on now,
The-
not the counting.
but I wanted to know, Chris, if there were any comments or questions from the Too Funny Mama followers, fans to
Oh, yeah.
Coco.
Yeah, can you hear me okay? Having a mic
Absolutely.
issue.
Yeah.
PRJ's in the house. A lot of people just very, very supportive. Georgette says, Coco, you do not have to explain. The main thing is you and your son are safe.
Absolutely.
V is laughing, says, don't you just love how your kids tell you how you can spend your money?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Here's one from number one, Vanessa. You know how I pray sometimes, asking God to guide my path. Imagine you did go home at that time you did. Suppose you didn't come on Too Funny Mamas 2 days before. So many ways things could have gone worse. I'm sure that's running through your mind plenty.
Yep. Seriously.
Chris, can I interrupt you for 1 second? Because I
of
don't want to
course.
forget this. Coco, we know that you just purchased your house. And anybody who's never purchased a house, a lot of money goes towards that. You still got to spend money to get the stuff for the house because you have nothing. You're starting from nothing. It's not like you're moving boxes into this house. You have to buy everything. Is there anything that you need? Do you still have a GoFundMe? Is there anything else that we can do for you?
To my knowledge, the GoFundMe is still up. Somebody told me it was still up. I don't check it. Like they had to tell me what was in it. But I know I've had a lot of people, amazing fans and people hitting me up like, what can I do? What can I do? So it was suggested to me to create a registry and post it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Where?
so stay tuned. Make sure you guys follow me on all social media platforms, and that's what I'll do. And I'll have everything down there to a spatula to a whole bedroom set, whatever you feel compelled to do.
Okay. And I forgot that furniture. You need furniture.
Yeah, I have
for your
nothing.
house.
We have
You
sheets.
want
We don't have sheets. Nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so please, and I'm not telling you because I know you got so much going on, but when you give us, as soon as you give us the registry, we will blast it to
Thank
let
you.
people know, have you come back on, because we would love to support you, because this could be any one of us. And nobody ever wants to be in that situation, but
I
by the
wouldn't wish it
grace
on
of
my
God.
worst enemy. Yeah.
But if we did, we would want to know that there would be some compassionate people helping us out. And so thank you to Funny Mamas fans. But please, when you get the
Yes.
register, we're gonna put that up to
Okay.
get you
I'll make sure I
basic.
send it to Chris, or you want me to
Yeah,
send it to you,
so
One of
Chris?
my first
Yeah.
gifts, I'm gonna send you some toys because I think you
take
need
it.
that.
Girl, get out
Sherri.
my head. It took
It's
me a
rough.
minute, and I laying
It's
there
rough out there.
frustrated and realized I had nothing. I was Whitney. I had nothing. Nothing.
And let me tell you something. Plastic burn up fast. Them little toys, them probably was the first ones gone. So
All
we
right.
gonna I'm
Thank you,
just
girl. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I've
If
known
you want to
Coco
send me a
for a
rose,
long
send me the
time.
right one.
Thank you.
So
I know Candy's bedrooms toys. They
Hey,
got some fire.
I'll take a
stuff.
care
So
package.
we go.
No,
Let's take a few more comments. And
yeah.
then we're gonna
So
move on to our guest.
I have a comment of my own. If you all direct way to support Coca, this is always the easiest way to support performers. Go out, see a live show. May 26th,
Yes.
Atlantic City. Go check it out. You can go to Coca's Instagram and you can check that out. It's Coco Brown, One Funny Mama, all spelled out. Just great branding, short, easy to put into place.
Yes.
Look, you ain't even got to spell the whole thing out, honey. You put in my name and an O, honey, and I pop up with that blue check. Don't worry.
Put in Coco Brown, hot on fire.
So
Trust me, if I wouldn't lose my blue check, I'd have been changed it.
I just trying to make this girl laugh.
So Chris in the live chat says that GoFundMe is still up. Tequila says, I'll definitely contribute whenever you post. Phyllis says, when will people pronounce coca correctly?
I know Coco. I've been knowing you so long. Here's the problem with Coca and Coke.
It's so funny. I stopped. I just got. I was like, you know what? Those who know. I've been doing this for 26 years. I'm still telling people it's Coca, but at this point, as long as the check spell right, I'm just.
But let me tell you something. I got a little bone to pick with Coca.
What?
I didn't know Coco Brown for darn near 20-something years. She just started telling me a year and a half ago it's Coca. Now, that's not just, and I'm going to say this. It's not fair because at the age that I am, Coca, I can't remember a lot of stuff. You
I
just
know.
literally.
Sorry.
And Coco.
In my defense, when I first met you, Sherri, I looked up to you and you were like a hero to me, and I wasn't going to correct you. I was just happy you were saying my name and whatever derivative it was.
I've been saying it wrong for 20 years. And the thing about it, Coco, with that bullshit, excuse me, I was saying it wrong the whole time, and she never corrected me. Like, you could have corrected me when I had my memory.
I'm sorry, girl. Look, I'll send you some black cohosh and a correct spelling of my name.
Before you bring on your next guest, I need to say this. I was having a long business conversation with comedian. Her name is Mia Jackson. She's based in New York. We're good friends.
Oh, I love Mia.
I know Mia. I know Mia.
Oh yeah, you do know her. And
Mia's
Mia,
so funny.
I'm selling out we're very close. And I go, yeah, Coca's coming on, and she goes, who? And I was like, Coca. She goes, Coca. You say Coca? Like, you could tell Mia had been tripping up on the Coca too. So that's me throwing my friend under the bus, but
Hilarious.
Coca. So don't be sending money to Coco's GoFundMe. Send it to Coco's.
Always say, don't forget that A. It's COCOA. Please don't forget that A.
Benita,
I just want to ask you, because I know your mama named you Coca, but COCOA is Coco. That's what I always thought.
It's funny, I thought so too, but my mama didn't give me that name. Another comic did, and they spelled it right, and I called myself being extra when I was about 2 years in, because he spelled it right. It was COCA. And I wanted 5 letters in my first name and 5 letters in my last name, and I changed it to Coca. Yeah, I did that.
Okay, so hold on. So you taking us through a journey of your unhealed trauma and jumping on us. Because now we in the middle of your journey of issues with your name.
Don't say nothing no more. Because I did that. That's why I don't say nothing no more. Because I did that. Because I had to have 5 letters in my first name and 5 letters in my second.
Do y'all understand? It's not even the fire. The issues surrounding Coca Brown.
Oh, we read the book. I ain't wrapped too tight, but I look good.
But you look
issues.
good.
Issues or not, Benita in the live chat says, sending love and support to you. Bless you. Feeling sorry for myself due to some water damage in my garage. I was humbled by your story. Keep your joy. Tracy says, Chris, if you like, I have a full garage of household items I can give Coca here in Georgia. I'll email you my info. That's chris@midcoast.media. Feel free. I'll pass it along.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you,
I didn't want to have to steal the stuff out this Airbnb. I really didn't.
And if it's whether it's Coca, Coco, Sherri, Shirley, Kym, Chris, whoever. Sherri, tell us about our next guest. They've got a great show on TLC. I believe it's season 3. Could you texted me? This is a treat. Coca, 2 things. Kym was telling me, get Coca on. These two have been proactive this week, and in 4 years of doing the show, I have to cherish those moments. Sherri was very excited, texting me about our guests. So, Sherri, take it away. Tell us about these folks.
So there's a show on TLC, and it's called Doubling Down with the Derricos. And it's 2 parents. They have 14 children. And when Deon, did I say Karen and Deon? I hope I did. So Deon is the father of the 14 children. Karen's mother, she's the mother of the 14 children. And they are an amazing family, bonded by love. And they're so funny. And I met them years ago on The View when Karen was pregnant. I don't know if she's pregnant with triplets or twins, but they had these children and they had such an amazing attitude about God. and the way he was working in her uterus. And I never forgot them. And I'm so happy to see that they get to share their life, their crazy, chaotic life with the world, with these gorgeous children. And their show's called Doubling Down with the Derricos. Am I saying the name right, Chris? Coca didn't
Absolutely.
mess me up.
Yeah,
Coco
absolutely.
versus Coca.
Well,
Now
why
I
don't
don't even have it.
why don't you ask him
I don't
yourself?
know what the name of the show is. But we're going to put on
My bad.
Deon
I'm sorry.
Karen Derrico.
How
We
you
can't
doing?
hear you.
Oh, we got no audio. Hang on.
We got to get the audio.
It's me.
Mhm.
We got it now.
There you go. Okay,
There
thank
you go.
goodness.
Awesome.
So Sherri,
And y'all want y'all to meet our guest, our sister in comedy, Miss Coca Brown, Deon and Karen Derrico.
Hi, Coco.
Hi,
You
how
said
y'all
it
doing?
right. Coco. You
Yeah,
got
Coco.
that
You
right.
girl, thank you. I'm sure you're good at remembering names because you have to remember a lot of them.
That's it. Yes, girl. Yes. Gotta remember.
And Sherri, yes, you got
All
the name
right.
right. It's Derrico. It sounds or rhymes with Doritos.
Yep, you said
Wherever
it
you
right.
get it off, just think of Doritos.
So and it's your show is called Doubling Down with the Derricos.
Yep,
Yes.
season 5. We just
And it's
started.
season 5, yeah.
Season 5. Congratulations, season 5. So before we get into the
Thank you.
questions, and Coca, I know you have questions because we have Coca and I, we have one, and they drive us crazy. So getting down 14. First of all, you got to go through the names of all 14 of your children. Who wants to take it, a tag team?
You didn't take it.
We have Darian, Derek, Dallas, Denver, Danico, Darius, Deani, Dacian, Dayton, Diaz, Dior, Dawson, De'Aaron, and Diver.
Woo! We gotta dance to that. We gotta bop to it.
Okay.
See, why you hating on me? They named all their kids with a D. So why you hating on me? Because I wanted 5 letters.
Right.
First, I just have to say, Coca, anybody that got to close their eyes when they say the names, I'm looking at
Hey,
Deon,
baby.
and he literally had. Why you close your eyes, Deon?
Hey,
He had to
I
think
got to
about it.
picture them in birth order. I got to go back. I'm going down the line. I'm picturing each one of their faces.
He's picturing like, Lord, please, Jesus. Hold on now. I got this one, this one, this. He's going down the line, girl.
So everybody is a D. Now, y'all ran out of names when you went, and Diver, God bless him. But yeah, he gonna be something big with the name Diver. But
Yes.
y'all gotta be honest, y'all done ran out of names.
They'll never know what color he is when they apply for a job. That's right. They'll
You
never know that he's gonna walk in and mess all their heads up, and that's a good thing. Y'all was smart, yeah. Because you could have said Daquan and you'd have lost me. So
No, yeah.
y'all was smart. You
No.
gave your child nice ambiguous names so they can get good jobs. Yes.
So this is 14 children, Deon and Karen. Like I said, most of us in the world today, we have 2 or 3. Why did y'all decide to have 14?
Well, Sherri and Coca, we didn't, start out on this journey. We didn't start out on this journey like, well, first pregnancy, I found out like on a Monday I was pregnant, and then Wednesday I miscarried. So when you don't start in this motherhood journey, like most people, you find out you're pregnant and it goes on to 9 months, you have a baby. I didn't start off like that. I started off with 2 miscarriages, and then Darian, and then 2 more miscarriages, and then the rest followed. So I think that by the time I went through all that struggle and me and him had prayed and cried, it was like, God, whatever you have for us, we'll take. And that's when God, he got really hilarious. He should have been on 2 funny.
Oh no, seriously. He
marvelous
wanted y'all to repopulate Jericho.
It truly is when God said, be fruitful and multiply the earth. I don't think he was talking about Coca Brown and Sherri Shepherd. He was talking about Karen and Deon Derrico.
We can handle Sherri. That's all. He knew what we can handle. He know we ain't right.
So,
That's
And you know what?
amazing.
Believe it or not, it's pretty easy. Really and truly pretty easy. Our children are all well behaved. We are the typical African American family where I don't negotiate. We don't negotiate.
Come on
We're
now.
always
Come on
prepared.
now.
No debate. It ain't no debate.
You be
This is
doubling
My mother
down. I
didn't
know that's
negotiate
right.
with me. Yeah, so we don't negotiate. We have nothing but pure love and admiration for all of our children, and they do with us. We respect them, and they're required, of course, to respect us. It's not an option.
That's
But
right.
we have a good family dynamic with with raising them, and with she and I both being hands on with them. You know, she's homeschooling, and I'm talking to them about all the world. So they're getting the best of both
Homeschool
worlds.
14 children.
Yes, I am. Our oldest is 18. She's graduating in today was their last day of their homeschool program. So the oldest is graduating. I got one going to the 9th grade. I got my twins going to the 7th grade. My quintuplets are going to the 6th grade. My first set of triplets are going to the 2nd grade. And then my second set of triplets are about to start kindergarten.
Okay, so you are, but Coca, the Derricos are elementary, junior high, and high school all in one. Just the kind of teacher you are.
Y'all just go ahead and open up a school. Because, I mean, at this point, girl, you are well versed in every grade level.
That's true.
Why, thank you. Yeah.
That's very true.
I am.
So
I
these
think
kids
a lot of
they're
parents,
stair steps.
yes. So let me tell you what happened, Coco. Let me tell you what happened. I had after Derek, we had the twins, right? I was like 6 months. Derek was 6 months old, and my milk started drying up, and I was like, "Hold on, what's going on?" I go to the doctor. She says, "Is it any chance you been active?" I was like, "Yeah, but ain't nothing happened. I know ain't nothing happening. My period was on for like 1 day," and she was like, "Well, the fact that you did something, we gotta check." Girl, I took the test. It literally came up positive in the doctor's office. And she decided to do an ultrasound, and I was 7 weeks pregnant with my twins. Twin boys.
How old is these other babies?
What, Coca?
I said, so you was nursing one baby and you pregnant with 2 more babies.
With 2 more babies, girl. So when I walked around, when they were born, people thought those were triplets. But it was 2 boys. So I told Derrico, "Oh, we gonna try again. I gotta have a girl." And that's when the quintuplets came. I was like, "Ooh, I got 3 girls in
4, right? Is that 4?
5.
Is that's 5 in your uterus? Bruh,
Quintuplets
you
is
need
5.
to bottle that and market it. Whatever you shooting, bro, is the fountain of life. You need to go
I
and
don't
bottle
even
that
want
and
to
say that. They don't need no fertility clinics. Just call him.
This what I got.
That is the fountain of youth, of life.
Yes, it is. And the way you're breaking it down, one of y'all, either you got super eggs or Deon got super sperm. Somebody got a super fat.
It's the both. I'm telling you.
It's
both of
them. Both. Because I have I hyperstimulate. So where a woman releases 1 egg or 2 eggs, my body just and we happened to be busy at that time because we only found out about 4, and then 2 days later I spotted. So I thought I had lost, and then they were like, "No, we're gonna check." So they counted all 4 healthy, strong heartbeats, and then my 5th baby was like right underneath in the middle between my breastbone underneath there.
Yeah. And this is not even common for us in the Black community. You just don't see African American families with multiple children like this at one time. So we were really taken aback to find out we had 4, but because she had suffered so many miscarriages prior to that, the doctor had prepared us that more than likely this pregnancy would abort itself. So basically, he said, "Get prepared." So when she was spotting 2 days later, in our minds, we knew we had miscarried some, but we were hoping that we at least had 1 or 2. And when we got there, that's when we found out all 4 heartbeats were great, and the 5th one, that's when they found the 5th one. But here's the biggest issue, or biggest part of it. They wanted us to do what's called selective reduction, or abort the entire pregnancy.
No.
Because they said, yep.
Yeah.
Because typically a woman of her size, and a woman's body just is not, of course, is not made for that many babies at one time. But aside from that, she's such a small framed woman. So he was very concerned on how her body would take it.
Mhm.
That's what I think was so amazing about the story was she had none of the health issues that's associated with the woman with one baby. You know,
Mhm.
preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, things of
Yeah.
that nature. She had none of those things,
Mhm.
and every one of our babies came out okay. And I asked the doctor, I said, well, how do we decide if all babies are okay? How do we decide which baby to go get? If we're going to do selective reduction, I just wanted to hear what he said. And he said, oh, we would just go in there and we would just randomly,
First one.
yeah, we would randomly do 3 or 4 children. So that means out of all 5 of those quintuplets, imagine that we decided to do selective reduction. And keep in mind, because this is not really common for us in the African American community, there was no one we could just pick up the phone and say, hey, what do you advise? She and I have always been against abortion. So, you know, what do we
Right.
do? I tell y'all we had to
Go
lean
ahead.
on God. Would you say, Coca?
Obviously, go ahead.
But it's hard. And like Derrico was saying though, I was raised, we both was raised, you don't have abortions. However, I will say this. When it's now being presented to you in the way it was presented to he and I, where it could be an effect on a birth defect on any of our children or anything on us, it was a maybe this can happen. That's what makes it so much more hard to even think about. When a doctor tells you if any one of these babies, come out and they're, deformed or have any type of birth defects or health issues, it puts a strain on your marriage, puts a strain on your family. You really find out who your friends and who your family really is. So he really and truly broke it down to us. But he also, when he heard, we were like, no, we're going through every week is okay. You make it to this week, we keep going. So I know for a fact it came from he and I's faith, and then also the faith that our doctor had in it. And when I tell a story all the time, when they were born, it was a staff of 42 people, and it was 2 OBs delivering the babies. And after each delivery, he said, "Amen. God bless the child."
Mm.
Each baby, he just prayed over. And this is a Caucasian man. I mean, it was like, you never have politics or religion in hospital, things like that. But this man prayed over each of my babies as he delivered them. And when I got to the NICU, he was over there praying over each of them. So I just say one thing I really want to say is to anyone out there listening who is going through, a hard time or trying to have a baby and, doctors are telling you things, you pray about it and you have to trust God in it. And even if the doctors are right, God is going to assist you in giving you everything that you need.
Amen.
That's such a testimony. Um,
Yes.
I mean, and I received that, especially dealing with my son who's on the spectrum and really
Mhm.
leaning into, there's nothing that God is not aware of and that he is in the midst of everything, especially with, in you with your children and you going through the miscarriages. But like you said before, that's got to put a strain on your marriage because Deon, I know you are such the protector of your family. You are a
Yeah.
man's man. Like you like I want to
Thank
protect
you,
my family
Sherri.
at all costs.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
how much strain is that though? Children are a blessing, but in the practical, that's a little scary taking care of all of these children. So when your
Mhm.
wife comes to you and says, "Babe, again, what are you going through?"
I mean, for me, the strain of the children, I guess that has been one of our biggest blessings, Sherri, is God putting me in a position with real estate.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, we hit as everyone else, go through life, we hit
Mhm.
some turbulence some years ago.
Yeah.
And as a result of that turbulence really caused a strain on other areas in our life later. And so we're still
Mhm.
getting, it's settled. It's over with, thank God, but we're
Mhm.
still getting settled after that. That was the biggest issue. But I can still say, when they say God makes a way, honest to God, he has, and he continues to do that. And
Mhm.
those are some of the sentiments
Amen.
that you guys will see reflected in the body of our show. You'll see us go through these challenges that
Mhm.
many couples, whether they're married or not, many couples are faced with, and we're having to face these issues head on and
Yeah.
figure it out right before your eyes.
Well,
Mhm.
okay, let's say when your show comes out, doubling down with the Derricos. It comes on TLC. What
Mhm.
day?
Yes. It just premiered on TLC this past Tuesday, which was the 14th at 8 o'clock p.m. You can catch us every Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. on TLC, and we're also streaming on Discovery Plus and Max. So you can also watch the previous episodes and seasons, so that you'll be up to date, with where we are right now. Doubling down with the Derricos on Discovery Plus and HBO Max, or at TLC Go.
I love it that you guys are in season 5. Like,
That's
do
awesome.
people recognize the kids when they're out now?
Oh, yes. Hey, listen, hey, Sherri, and that's what throws us, because we'll be out somewhere and someone's looking at us, and I'm like, why aren't they staring at us? See, we just became sort of, quasi celebrities a couple of days ago, it feels like. So I forget. Children, they're more used to it because they sort of had a celebrity life all their lives. But for us, she and I, we're like, okay, what's going on? I'm from Detroit, so do I need to go back to the car? And then they'll say something like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I went to Target. I was in Benadryl about his last year, and Dallas, one of the twins, went with me, and somebody walked by and say, "Hi, Dallas," and I looked down, how in the world she know your name? And then he was like, "I don't know." And then we get to the next aisle, and they was like, "I love your show, and Dallas is so talented." And I'm like, "Oh, my mind is on Benadryl and some pull-ups, diapers."
Right. Seriously, you're not even thinking about it. Yeah. Wow.
So when I know, and now everybody knows you because they've been watching your show. Congratulations on 5 seasons. I love it that it shows. I do love, I love seeing different places that we are in our culture. But I do love seeing a fully formed family with a father and a mother, raising the kid. I love seeing a dad in the house, because we do come from that as well. Because, trying to do this by yourself, I couldn't imagine, doing this on my own.
Ain't no breaking up. No, ain't no breaking up. If you tired of me, take a nap.
You ain't going nowhere. But
where you going? Must be for a walk.
Right, seriously, I bet y'all be talking to each other, and you be like, "You tired of me? Take a nap." Ain't nobody leaving up out of here. Is you crazy?
Yes.
That is not an option, sugar. That is not an option.
You gotta go in time out. Go over to the corner in time out.
Right.
Single parenting is a joke, and especially when you have a family the size of ours.
What because I know, and I talked to you about this on my show, you dress the kids alike. They all dress alike. Why is that?
Well, so like she said, for many reasons. One is, of course, safety. No child is left behind. We have never, thank God, in all 18 years of staying with Deon, no child has ever been left behind. But it also, it helps us to identify the children in case of an emergency. If we're out, she used to be a flight attendant for the airlines. I used to drive a school bus for Detroit Public Schools. And in that, we learn safety and how to corral large groups of people, not knowing that the day would come, we would be parents of a large group of people. So in that, it's just, so in that, it's just taught us how to sort of hone in on safety and order for purposes of some crap happening. We can corral all of our children and family together relatively quickly and get them to safety. That was the real reason. On top of it, also increases, and it sows in the unity. We're together. We're one. We operate as one body.
Yeah. You would be amazed.
Y'all, a question. Have y'all ever gone to Disneyland together?
We have.
Season 3.
How? Okay, I need look, because it'd be hard for me to keep my eyes on one. How? Teach me. Teach me great parental Yodas. How?
Hey, Coca. My wife here is always at the front of the train, and I'm always at the back of the train. And we're constantly doing a count in between. So no checks. Right there you go, right there. That was us in Disney World, and we filmed that on the show.
Yes.
Look at that. They've grown so much.
They have grown so much. Yeah. It's definitely
No, you said it's definitely. I'm sorry. It's definitely what?
Oh, me and Derrico got to get a shirt. Do not try this at home. So that people know.
Fix it, Lord. Okay, I'm done.
But I want to know with 14 children, because I know I had 2 sisters and my middle sister was always going through it. I was always going through it. My sister, like, how do you deal with the different? I know that you guys are one unit, but how do you deal with your kids? Like, you got from high school, one may be going to college, you got elementary. How do you really like connect to the individual needs of your children?
Well, that's a good question. Everybody always asks. So they're all individual, right? So, like, say Darian loves film, media, TV. We
And
find
singing.
and singing. Yeah,
Singing's her
loves
thing.
singing. So one of the things that we connect with is finding that thing that they love to do. One loves to dance, sing, act, be a chef, and we just make that our nurturing and catering to that child with that special need. We sitting down and they want to, watch a movie with us, or when we go on running errands, I'll say, okay, I'll take one with me or two with me. We find those moments like that to say, okay, come on, we have that one-on-one time, or we're gonna all rally around you and help you. Like Darian's graduating right now, we're all rallying in and excited for her for it. I got 2 or 3 of them that want to be a chef. They did not get that from me. They got it from him. Because you know who ain't cooking. You know who are not going to cook at all. And I come from elementary education background. I taught in preschools and stuff. So that is why it helps me with homeschooling them. And when you're really homeschooling, or when you're spending that time with your child, parents always say, how was school today? But you have to ask other questions. How are you feeling? What happened today in school versus how was school? You have to say, what happened in school today that excited you? That gets the conversation going, and having those conversations with your children and stuff. So that's how we just hone in on it.
And then let me add this, again, with her homeschooling, our children are home with us. So we aren't relying on, and no attack on people who have their children go to traditional school. More power to you. But for us, there's a limited time. And Sherri, this, Coca, I'm not sure how old your children are, your child, but they grow up fast. So the time.
Oh yeah, mine's about to be 12 on Saturday. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, so that time is short.
Yeah.
So for me, look at how much time your child is away from you in school all day. And then by the time they get home from school, you prepare dinner, you go over homework, now they're going to bed. So you really only have the 2, the weekend days to have them all, the weekends, excuse me, to have them, of course, all day. And if you're in some type of situation with custody where they go into the other parent's house, that's even more limited. So for us, we get chance to be the primary part of the most important part of our children's lives, which is while they're children. We are a part of helping them to form the mental capacity, the mental stamina, if you will, to go into this world and deal with people. Because they're going to be around people the rest of their lives. But they have us really for a short time. That's my outlook on it. We get chance to build that foundation and not have much input from outside sources until they have gotten completely ready up here. And so, and while we're doing that, we're building this bond with each one of them. We have more time than the average parent who sends their children to traditional school. Again, I'm not knocking traditional
And our
school.
children went to traditional school for
A short
period of time. But our bonding starts from the moment they're born. I breastfed all of my children, pump milk and all for them, all 14 of them. Okay. And look, girl, I'm still in the A cup. Now explain that to me.
What?
Explain
Well,
that
yeah, you would be in an A cup because ain't nothing else in there, sugar. That's about
They're
right.
not. Yeah, they're not letting you do nothing else.
That's about right, sugar. That's actually about right. If you said you was a D cup, I said you must have been giving them skim milk.
Doubling down with the Derricos airs on TLC every Tuesday, Deon?
Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern and Pacific.
Yep.
Locking that in my phone. I got to watch this.
I want to keep saying it so people know it also airs on Max and what else?
And Discovery Plus. And we're on Hulu, Amazon, but Max and Discovery Plus is owned. It's under the umbrella of Discovery Communications.
When I can't even get Jeffrey ready. We late to church all the time.
Oh,
How
are
do you
we?
do it?
Girl, we
You,
got
yeah.
seats reserved in the church. Okay, hallelujah, hallelujah. We got the first front row is reserved for the Derricos.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Y'all up there next to
Yes.
the first
First
lady.
lady,
Okay.
amen.
Hey, listen.
I want to
Hey,
know.
Sherri, and
Yes.
we drive a 15-passenger van. Literally, it's backed up in the garage with the door open. Baby, we doing Batman and Robin. When it comes time to get up out of this house, we go right in that damn van. We Batman and Robin
There you
on
go.
them.
There you go. That's us front and center. Oh, prayer time. Let's go. Let's pause. Let the Derricos come up. We all gotta
Oh.
pray for them. Mhm.
I love it. What's a day in the life of a, because I'm not organized with Jeffrey. You know, like I got executive functioning disorder. So how do you keep because you have to
Hilarious.
with 14
And me,
kids.
I'm on the
So how
other
do you
spectrum. I'm a drill sergeant.
you're a drill
A drill
sergeant, but
I'm a drill
how you
sergeant,
keep
you
it
know.
together for 14 kids?
We
What's your
start
day
in
look like?
advance. We start. So I'll tell you what. Like right now, let's just say we all was coming to see you on the show, and we coming next week Monday. We already started packing like last week.
Yes, that's the
Like
truth.
that's 2 weeks prior.
That's the truth.
2 weeks prior when we know we're traveling. So let's just say somebody got a doctor's appointment the next day, and you know Derrico, you know he OCD over here, right? You know all of this Virgo is OCD, and I'm a Pisces, so we like we get it together. But honestly, I've really tapped into more organizational things here in the house to
From
make it.
that Virgo man, tell him the truth. Shame the devil.
Ain't no
Shame the
ain't no
devil.
devil to
Shame
shame.
the
But
devil.
anyway, what I was saying is it starts out by being organized. Starts out by being organized, you know, like how we have little things in the cabinet. I say that detail because when you have like things in your home organized and you have your schedule, you know all those things that go in your mind, you gotta pick up Jeffrey, you gotta go to the studio, you gotta do that. Have a to-do list and have your priority, have your top priority and your next priority in line.
But baby, where did you get that from? Now tell the truth and
I
shame
read
the
it
devil.
in the organizing magazine.
Fix it, Lord. She gave us. She said, You ain't taking this credit, honey. I can read. Yes, okay.
Don't believe the hype, baby. Don't believe the hype.
I can read. I free.
But
Hold on.
this fascinates me so much because I do to-do lists, but not at the level that you do it. But even grocery shopping for 14 and
order
your
online,
older ones.
We don't put it online. I go
But
through the
how
store.
much is coming? Does Costco even deliver half the stuff?
You order online 1 or 2 items. I do the grocery shopping,
yeah,
I live at Sam's. I'm in Sam's Club so much they know me by my
You
first
can't bring a
name.
gallon of milk in that house.
Right. Absolutely, Coca. Absolutely.
So I try to do. COVID has made it where it's easy for me to just order. I try to order a lot of things online. He hates going to pick it up because he feels like he got to tip the people.
And I'm old school. I'm used to physically going in the grocery store, finding what I need. It's
you
hard
can
for
put
me
that
to
in
go.
instructions. I want firm tomatoes.
No.
I want ripe bananas. They know me so much that now they be like, they text me, hi Karen. We didn't see firm. I'm like, oh, it's all good. Just get whatever else. But it has made it so much easier, especially with our schedule when we're filming and stuff. So I get like all of our beverages and certain foods and stuff. I try to order in advance, things like that online and just go to the market and pick it up. I don't like going in the grocery store. I'm not a cook. Let's make it everybody know. Yeah, I got 14 children. I do not like to cook. I do not want to know how to cook. I like
Amen.
You said you don't cook?
Sherri,
no, he
I'm
does
the
all
cook.
the cooking.
And everyone in my family is perfectly okay with that. Do not try to convince her to be the cook. We do not want it. If you want, hey Coca,
What
if you
island
watch,
did you find him on? That's all I want to know right now. What
What
island
island?
did you find him on? That's all I want to know right now, sister. Share the knowledge. What island
Girl, the island
did you
of
find
Detroit,
him?
no. Island of Detroit.
The island of Detroit. I heard them Detroit brothers be different.
I
You say
love
what, Coca?
this.
Sherri, what do you think from the live chat?
I would love to hear what people like any comments or questions for Deon and Karen Derrico, who have a show. It's called Down with the Derricos on TLC Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. 8
8
p.m.
Give me some
Lots going
comments.
on. Solange wants to
There's a lot
know.
going on.
A lot's going on in the live chat. Everybody's excited. Everybody has questions to know how many refrigerators are in the house.
That's a good question. So we have one refrigerator in this house. However, we own several rental properties, and we literally have space in every garage at every rental property. And that space has to do with refrigerators, deep freezers, and storage. Because as you can imagine, clothes and toys is constantly building up. So we're constantly going through donations and things of that nature. But we have a total that we own is 7 refrigerators and 3 deep freezers. And I can send you guys a stockpile of how we have stuff stocked up, just so you know it's real. We really have a stockpile.
Jai B wants to know what your grocery bill is every month, and I'll follow up with do you hunt? Like, do you have just like deer?
Fix it, Lord. He said, "Do you hunt? Do you go and?"
Hey,
well, you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer how much your grocery bill is because that's personal. But the other question.
Okay. No, it's okay. We talked about that on the show. That's our grocery bill is $6,000 a month, and yes, we do hunt. I hunt every discount I can find. Yes.
Every coupon.
Perfect.
We don't do a whole lot of couponing, but when I find
He's out there hunting rabbits like Elmer Fudd.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying that was a very, very good question because I'm like, if the apocalypse comes, brother need to know how to go shoot some rabbits.
And this is doubling down with the Derricos. And Karen and Deon do not do any public assistance because I know people going, are we paying for all of this?
No. Thank you, Sherri. No,
thank
we
you
do
so
not.
much, Sherri. No.
Thank you for
Set the record straight.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, we see these shows. We see these shows. And I'm sorry, I live in New York, and you can hear the alarms. This is every 30 seconds.
That's okay.
One of your toys just turned on, Sherri. I don't know if you heard it.
Wow. What toy you got a siren on it, girl?
Had a carburetor.
Got a siren. No, but a lot of people think, though, when we watch these kind of shows with, a K plus 8 or, what's them ones that was Mormons, had all them, but is this on our money? Are we paying? I think a lot of people assume that we are taking care of you, and that is not true at all. Deon and Karen,
not even in
Yes,
not even in the least. Thank God. God made a way for me years ago, and we're benefiting from the residual effects of those blessings. So thank God, we're not on no type of public assistance, not whatsoever. This is all homegrown.
Yes.
Yeah, say it again. Say it again for the brothers in the back with a part-time job having multiple children. Say it again, brother. You set up you set a foundation of finances. Because you can't be broke with 14 children. Let the record be straight.
No, you can't.
And you know what? My father, God rest his soul, he was a good father in the sense of his inability to be a good father. I learned a lot from that. It was very hard for me growing up, but I learned how not to be, and I learned how to be. Coupled with my mother being such a fierce, strong woman, with the two together, I knew the father I wanted to be. I wanted to be a hands-on father that provided and was doing it for my children for the last name.
Yeah.
I'm here.
You are not your past. Come on, brother.
I am not.
I love all the kids have the last name of Derrico. But I think a lot of people would say, Black people specifically would say, what is this stereotype of a man having all of these babies? Like, what would you say?
Oh, it'd be 14 of her. It'd be 14 of her.
Like, is one mother. Do you think that you shatter a stereotype? Do you think you fall into a stereotype?
I think we do both. I think, so let me back up. That's a very good question. Yeah. We don't do it, but unfortunately, because of some of our forefathers, the stereotype has been set. I think one of the things that has made our show so successful is our ability as a Black man and a Black woman dealing with everything that everyone else is dealing with, but going beyond the barriers that people thought were there in front of us, and doing it in a cohesive way to be successful with raising our loving, happy children.
Yeah.
I think people want to put us in a box, and I think it angers some when they realize we can't be. We wasn't sent here to be put in a box. That's why we have 14 children. And thank God, to God be the glory, we're not on any public assistance.
No.
Now, my mother was on public assistance raising me. Don't misunderstand me. And I'm not against you, whoever it needed. But I thank God we're paying into public assistance for other families. But we have not been on public assistance. And I take pride in saying, as a man, I love taking care of my family. I love watching my wife do the hard work that she do with homeschooling, and knowing that she's able to be home with our children while I fight and take all the, in a sense, the abuse from having to work and being out in the world, while she's here nurturing and making sure that our children are taken care of. I love it. I love doing it. I love doing it. I really.
Look at Coca.
Kudos
Is
to
like,
you,
you know
though.
what? Is there another one of you, Deon?
No, I'm telling her, she gonna tell us where the island that she found him. That's because she talking about Detroit.
Good
No, it's
island.
an island. It's the island of Good Brother.
Hey,
But
Bella,
you
hey,
ain't
look, hey, Coca.
and you're not trying to share.
Bella, Detroit.
Look. I mean, it's an island called Good Brother Island, and she done found it, and she ain't trying to share. But I have to give you your flowers, brother, because just hearing you speak, you are breaking generational curses.
Yeah.
And you are not breaking it 1, 2, 3. We're talking 14 lives that are being transformed because you have broken generational curses, brother. Bravo.
Amen.
Bravo, my brother.
Amen.
Bravo, my sister. Bravo. Bravo.
Thank you, Coca. We talk to our children often, and I tell them, my biggest preach to them isn't, if they get with someone and it doesn't work out, that happens. That's not my issue. My issue is you have an innate responsibility. The moment that child comes into this world, that is you. That child is you. And you have an innate responsibility to be there for that child, not for the mother. The mother's going to benefit from your being there for the child. But your duty is to that child. So I think that's the thing that both she and I understand. Our duty is now for our children. She and I had a choice in this. They didn't. She and I had a choice to go together or not, but those children didn't. And so it's imperative that we both work cohesively to make sure that their upbringing is an environment peaceful, loving, and nurturing. That's all the children really need. Right? That's all they really need. So I think in the fact that she and I both understand that, it helps to make this fun. This journey is fun for us.
Yeah.
We wrestle with our children. We were just wrestling this morning, literally on the floor in our living room, wrestling with our children. She and I never experienced that with my mother and father. I never experienced them chasing each other around the house. I mean, we're chasing each other like 3-year-old children.
We got teams, Coca and Sherri.
Yeah, we got teams, literally.
Team mommy over here, And
you got a team. You got a team, girl. You can split that up and have playoffs in your driveway. So
we got our starting lineup. We got our cheerleading squad.
Just saying.
We ready.
You got rookies. You got vets. You got it all.
I just love this. And this show is called Doubling Down with the Derricos on TLC Tuesdays at 8:00. It also re-airs on Discovery Plus and Max. So and all the other streaming networks. So you can just, follow along. I just have to say, because I watch these other shows with the, people who have kids, and to see, because you're the only Black family that I know that's on TV with your kids like this, and to really see a family that loves each other. You two are getting along. The kids are solid.
And it's not for the camera. It's real.
And it's
right.
Real.
Yes.
And
real.
I love this. The realness.
Thank you.
And just the joy. Because I would think after one, I look like what I done been through with Jeffrey. I love you, sweetheart. I'm so loud. He can
I love you, sweetheart.
But to watch you and to watch the show, I love the show. I love the things that you guys go through and how you resolve it, and you resolve it with such love and unity. This is such a show that just like it inspires. You don't have to have
Yes.
14 children. You can have one. Like with
Absolutely.
Jeffrey, I'm inspired by you. I learned from
Oh,
you when I watched
seriously. Seriously.
with the Derricos.
No, thank you
It's
for that, Sherri. And I say all the time that, I give kudos to you. I'm not sure about Coca, but I give kudos to
I have
you
one
for
son. I know I get no love. I have one son.
no. What I was
No,
gonna
he's
say
I don't
is
know about Coke. I go, dang.
no.
Just because I'm
gotta go
Sergeant
say is-
Waters to my kid, don't mean I'm a bad mom.
No, Coca. No, because I know Sherri is a single mother. I don't know if you're a single mother or not.
Oh no, I'm
I
a
know.
single mother. Yeah, I'm a single mother.
Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
So
bombard my ex-husband's timeline with y'all's show, going, wow, he could take care of 14, but what's your problem?
But no, it's the single mothers that really
Work
catch
hard.
it because she and I, we have each other. When she tag
Yeah.
team and she's out of it, she can't do it anymore. She go lay down, I have it, and vice versa. No matter what, that's how we are. We literally are a team. But in you guys' case, y'all are fighting the battle by yourself. If Jeffrey gets a toothache at 3:00 in the morning, Sherri, and you got to be at the studio at 6, you still got to take him to the studio. I mean, to the dentist
Right.
first.
Yeah.
You
Right.
don't have the same outlet I have. So we have to each other. So she could say, baby, I got to go be on Sherri's show this morning, and one of the children have a toothache. All right, baby, you go take care of the Sherri show. I'm taking them to the doctor. That is a different dynamic.
Yeah.
So although we have 14 children, there's still 2 of us with on the same accord. In your case, Sherri, there's only you. And you can only you can only be at one place at one time. And so the single mothers really have, or single parents in general, whether they're mother, father, grandparent, those
We
single.
bow down to y'all.
Yes, honest to
We bow
God, the
down.
real
Yeah.
big salute is single parent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. We were just talking about Coca because I'm sure you heard us on the podcast. She lost everything when her house burned. And she was just saying how being a single mom, she found out how resilient she is. And she can't break down in front of her son because,
no.
yeah, that was Coca's house. But just not
So-
even being able to break down. She's got to be everything for her child. The stability, the consistency, everything.
Absolutely.
Coco, when did it happen?
February 18th.
Wow.
February
We were
18th,
in the house. We were in the house when it happened. And we got
Thank
out.
God
Us
you.
and our dog.
Yes,
Thank
thank
God you're
God.
here
Yes,
today with
yes.
this interview.
God is good. God is good. Yes, I just
Well, it's so funny because the same God who saved Coca and her son and her fur babies is the same God who blessed you, when you went through miscarriages, when you guys were praying and crying and really wishing for a child and you had miscarriages, and God really truly he blessed you in such a way. It's the same God. He just never fails us.
absolutely. You guys are the epitome of be careful what you ask for.
Yes, that is the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah, y'all are the epitome. It should be in the dictionary. What you ask for, and a picture of y'all just seriously. Be careful what you ask for. It because baby, y'all were blessed abundantly. They're so beautiful, but I couldn't babysit, child. I give me 1 or 2 at a time. I do it in hour increments.
Chris, I don't, because I know the Derricos have the kids, but are there any other comments or questions before we let them go? Because they do have responsibilities. We don't want to keep them all night.
Yeah, where is the babies now? Y'all ain't locking them up in no basement and then while y'all doing this interview, are you? Where are the babies? I ain't seen no barrette or ponytail go by behind y'all. Where the babies?
Right here.
There we go. Hi, baby. Wave if you're okay.
Get up. Yeah, I wave.
Oh my God.
Hey, Derrico, say hi, Auntie Sherri. When are you going to babysit us?
Say hi to Auntie Coca. Say hi to Auntie Coca.
No.
Hey, baby, Auntie Coca. Right now, we need to send some help to Auntie Coca because Auntie Coca just suffered a loss. But Auntie Sherri didn't have the same loss Auntie Coca ass. Auntie Coca, wait.
No, I just want to borrow the kids when I got to paint this house.
Oh, no, Coca.
Each kid get a wall and a paintbrush. Do you, boo? Do you?
So yeah, he's the oldest of the quintuplets. He's the oldest of the 5 quintuplets, and she's the fourth.
The fourth of the
Yeah, the fourth of the
quintuplets.
quintuplets.
This is the second of the quintuplets.
So we had 2 boys and 3 girls.
Yes, we all are trying to. Oh my gosh!
See, you see what you started. You should have never asked where are the children. That was
I see them all.
In this interview, and I ain't seen one ponytail or dreadlock walk by.
Hey, Coca, we had the camera positioned in such a way that you didn't see that, but they're here.
Yes.
See, but they were quiet too, so I was just wondering what kind of melatonin you was using because they were quiet too.
Yes, no.
They're beautiful.
They are so gorgeous. They are gorgeous.
Hey, baby.
I love the hair,
Baby.
guys. That is so awesome.
Babies, meet Auntie Sherri. That's Auntie Sherri. She's gonna come here and watch all of y'all for free. She's not even gonna charge my
Go
people.
right ahead, Sherri. That's on you, sis.
Oh my gosh. And
Can y'all
know-
come and paint my house? I'm gonna give y'all a paintbrush and a can of paint, and everybody get a wall. Is that something y'all can do for me?
Who likes pizza?
Right. So these right here are. I guess they were all. These right here are the quintuplet. Well, one is missing, but
Yeah.
step back, Derrico.
Oh wow.
This is missing. Say hi.
Come up here so you can see this.
And
Yes,
this
they're
right here is-
beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're all
thank you.
so gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, y'all look like a singing group.
They do.
They are.
They
are.
Coca, they came up. They
You got the
song.
Jackson 14 over there, and you ain't doing nothing with it.
Jackson 14. Yes,
Hey.
they have a song out.
Yeah, they have a song.
You got the silvers over there, and you ain't doing nothing with it.
The silvers. What? Wait a minute.
Silvers, it was 45 of them, you know.
It was 45 of them. And remember that other one? I got a crush on you. It was a lot of them too.
The Jets, yeah, you got the Jets over
Oh,
there.
look at yeah.
Yes.
That's
Look
our
at
baby.
that.
In the studio, they actually made a real song. It's on Spotify, iTunes. It's called the Derrico Love Song.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna go to Spotify and look up the Derrico Derriko. The
No,
Derrico-
C-O.
C-O. It's C-O.
Messed it up.
Derrico. The Derrico.
Yep,
Derrico.
they go Rico Suave. Rico Suave with a D.
Rico.
The Derrico love song.
honey,
Is there anything? Is there anything like we could pay for the song? We want to support you.
Yes, thank you. You could. I think it's $1. What is it, y'all song? Is it $1.29 or is it $1?
99.
It's either 99 cents or it's $1.29, but it's on iTunes,
Yes.
Spotify. It's on all of the music platforms.
Derrico love
Okay.
song.
You watch
It's in
it.
the-
Derrico.
We have a link in
It's
the
in
live
two of
chat
the-
to the
it's in two of the
Spotify as well.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, so we got a
Okay,
link.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well, we want to say the doubling down with the Derricos comes on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on TLC. You can also replay it at Discovery Plus and Max. And it has been so much fun hanging with you,
Yes.
Karen and Deon, getting a little bit
Thanks.
more of the behind the
And all the
scenes
babies.
and all of the
Yes.
babies
All the
who
babies.
look like they have painting in their future.
Oh, my
painting
goodness.
in their future.
Hey, so
Auntie
I
Coco.
feel like if I look at them too long, I'm going to end up pregnant. So that's why I keep looking
Me
down.
too, girl. That looked like it's
Coco.
contagious.
Yo.
Seriously.
Coco, what-
Do
what's your
do
house
women
name?
come up to you and just rub you for good luck like you a genie, sis? I'm just curious.
They're like, you
You
fertile,
know.
girl. Oh, Lord, you fertile.
How they rub you to see if it can, carry on them. Yeah, like a genie.
Coca, you
Like
don't
the
even
log at the Apollo.
club.
Yeah.
You don't even need a comedy club. You could go play for the Derrico family and make your money. Like that's a full
And
comedy.
that's-
Seriously? Seriously, and I would have a good time, honey. I would have a good time. Yeah, we could start a whole little show, Coca Brown and like the Temptations. I'm Coca Brown, and these are the Derricos.
Yes. Yes, girl. I love it.
Let's go on the road. Get us a bus. Let's roll out.
Got a residency. We got some clubs.
I'm just saying, you could be like the Partridge Family.
He said, and look, you don't know about the Partridge Family. You don't know nothing about the
Yeah,
Partridge Family. Okay.
The Partridge
Now
Family.
you're
That's it.
now
With
you're
the
gonna
bus.
now you're gonna tell me she was born in '92. See, now you're gonna tell me after I done said all that.
See, but no, hey, Coca, I got a couple of years on her. I got just
a couple. Oh, okay, just a couple. Is that why you got that hat on, trying to hide all that gray? You ain't slick, bro.
Hey,
You ain't slick.
Look, you know it.
See, look.
He got blonde hair like
that's the whole sugar daddy, girl.
Yes.
Your
he
pipes
got the
still
hair
work.
like the kids.
Hey, no.
She said, "Still sure again, you got like the children."
So that's what
The
made
hair-
me
Now,
color.
is that blonde or white? Are you being
That's
Cisco
blonde.
or you being Ozzy Davis?
It's blonde.
She
She said, I'm being
Okay.
Cisco. I'm being Cisco.
So you being Cisco.
Okay.
So what
'Cause I
happened
see all the
was,
little Ciscos. I'm like, is that the thing?
yeah, I
Yes.
was doing their hair, and they asked me to do mine like theirs, so I did it, and I liked
Aww.
it. Yeah.
I really love y'all.
Cool.
Thank
Double
you,
down.
man. We love you too.
And
Doubling down with
Auntie
the
Sherri,
Derricos.
hey, Auntie Sherri, we really mean it. When you come to Vegas, your nieces and your nephews, they're such good children. They really love you. They talk about you all the time. They watch your show every morning, Sherri. So,
Well-
in saying that, when you come here, we're looking and we're hoping for a free
He
babysitter.
said free babysitter.
We're gonna feed you good. I'll have your
You
meals.
see my face, Sherri.
Because well,
Ain't no good.
if
Ain't
you
no
provide
good.
a little, just provide a little for me, and I'm.
We got you. We got you.
It'll be a new version of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead with Sherri over in the chair, knocked out.
Oh my God.
Well, thank
I
you,
do
guys.
fall
Thank
asleep.
you.
I fall asleep with my hands on my stomach. I do, Coca. But y'all, thank you so much for coming on, and because I know you're busy, and we sure appreciate you being here. And we're telling everybody to watch your show, Doubling Down with the Derricos, TLC at 8:00. Comes on next Tuesday at 8:00. Please, and I want to say this in all seriousness, please support this family and support the show, because we want to keep it on the air. We want to keep this positive family. They're working hard, love their kids, they love each other, and it's just such a positive image of this family. So please support Tuesday nights, 8:00 on TLC, Doubling Down with the Derricos. We love you guys.
Thank you, guys.
We love you too.
More. Take it easy. Say bye.
Nice meeting you guys. Y'all are awesome. Bye.
So awesome.
All
Bye,
right, take it easy.
kiddies. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Because I was going to say bye to all the kids, but I was like, Dejanay.
Girl, ain't the show supposed to be over in 5 minutes?
I was like, Darian, Desari.
Girl,
I
as soon
couldn't
as I
remember.
said where the kids at, is it just started coming out of everywhere, the ceiling.
When I tell you, because I said, I don't see any kids. Because normally, Jeffrey, when I'm on a Zoom, I can't stop him from walking behind me. And I'm sure with yours. So I didn't see any either. I'm glad you said it, Coca. But once they announced, they started coming
It's
out.
like they came out of everywhere. It was like there was just
everywhere.
It just was like everywhere. How did they keep them quiet?
I know.
Girl, I'm sitting up here having to mute every 5 seconds. Tell my son, shut up, because he on his Oculus. They had 14 quiet.
It was like you read the audience's mind. That was the number one question. They were going, where are the kids? Where are the kids?
Where are the kids? But once he opened up that door, they just, all you saw was blonde heads just coming.
It was like a clown car. It was like a clown car. They just kept coming out. They just kept coming.
And they were so like, but I loved it because he said at the beginning, we don't take no, they're very well mannered, because you have to be that way when you have 14. Otherwise it'd be such chaos. But they were so well mannered, and they were just, but
I'm just saying.
They
I just want
had
to know what the
joy.
island is. I just want to know what the island is, Sherri. I just want to know where the island at.
No, I'd be scared to get somebody from that island because 14 kids, like every 30
Oh, I can't have
seconds
no more
coming.
babies, so I'm safe, girl. He'll be working overtime for nothing.
You said this is all for aesthetics only, Tony.
Exactly. Like, honey, this is for fun. This is our workout.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Doubling down with the Derricos, TLC, 8 o'clock p.m. On TLC, and then you can re-air it on Discovery Plus and on Max. And Coca Brown. Can we put up her comedy schedule?
Yes.
Yeah. So
May 26th. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. You go.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So May 26th is where we can start this party off. That's in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club. That's in Tacoma, May 31st through June 2nd. DC Comedy Loft, Washington D.C., June 6th through the 8th. Arlington Improv in
Yes.
Texas, June 27th through the 30th. Baltimore Comedy Factory. Somebody was just in Baltimore. Her
Yes.
name is Sherri Shepherd.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Jul-
Just said it
Yes.
was.
Is that
I-
club like the best ever, Sherri?
Well, you know what tripped me out about the Baltimore Comedy Factory? I was like, do we need all of these police officers at the clubs?
Yes. It's be more, girl. It's be more. Yes, it's be more.
That-
But the crowds are great.
The crowds were amazing. We had a fifth show at like 1 o'clock, and they were so amazing. But you know, my crowd is older people who come. So there was a lady, Coco, who came to the Baltimore Comedy Factory. She about 12 other older people from the center. They came in the bus, and so the waitress, I guess the older lady was trying to get her attention. So you know what old people do? They be poking you. That's what they do. They poke.
Right.
They poked the waitress one too many times, the lady, and she got mad. So all the police officers came, put the lady and the man out the club. I didn't know this. All I know is when I was and it was packed, Coca. And all I know is I was on stage making everybody laugh, and I saw this older couple walking out. So I didn't know. And I go, y'all didn't like my jokes? And the people started laughing. They were trying to explain. And but they got to come back in because I was like, they the ones brought the 12 people, police officers. They like ain't nobody getting home.
The van gotta take everybody at the same time. You can't send them out and the van come back.
In the van, and I'm sitting here going, you know how many Ubers Sherri Shepherd got to call to get these people home? Like
Right.
literally. So that was a great comedy club. Where else is Coca Brown gonna be? We stopped at Baltimore Comedy Factory.
Arlington Improv the end of June. My ring light just keeps doing this mood thing. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, it just keeps going from daytime sexy. I don't know what's going on.
If you all go to Coca's website, you can check out the tour dates. Also, Uptown Comedy Club, end of July. That's in Atlanta,
Yeah.
26th and 28th of July, and then Tommy T's in Pleasanton, California, August 16th through the 18th. So really all over the place. You're getting out
What's
there.
Coca
Yeah.
Brown?
I gotta furnish this house, child.
I noticed right when you say go to her website. What is her website?
Oh, let's
Oh,
pull that
Coca
bad
Brown,
boy
the
up.
number 4life.com. So COCOA Brown, the number 4life.com.
Okay, Coca Brown 4 life.com. I love it.
Yep.
So you can go.
And I wasn't even
any
gonna
of the-
share this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, Sherri. If any of you wonderful Too Funny Mama fans watch Married to Real Estate with Egypt and Mike Sherrod, y'all will see me on the new season as they remodel my new home.
I love Married to Real Estate. I love Egypt and Mike
Yeah.
so much. They've
I
come on
love
my
them.
show
You know,
twice.
Egypt is my real estate agent.
I love Egypt.
And so
I'm always
the whole
and look.
time I'm thinking I'm just using her as real estate. They plotting to say, okay, let us remodel the home now for you on the show. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I'm always calling Mike to ask him like DIY questions. He's so tired of me. I know he got to be because I
I'm
be
so
texting and
excited to see
calling.
what they're going to do. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, we're so excited to watch that. So that's Married to Real Estate, the newest season that will be coming out probably in the fall sometime. And that's very, very exciting. Coca Brown's website is COCOA. Coco Brown is pronounced, you would think it's Coco, but it's
Phoenix?
Coca. Oh, is that Phoenix? Coca Brown for the number 4life.com. So go to her website. If you know anybody in those cities, please ask them to go support, because this is how Coca makes her living, taking care of herself in Phoenix and the bills. And she's an amazing actress. You might have seen her in the OJ trials over there. And she's in 911. So she's also an actress, a very accomplished actress, I might say. And
Thank you.
but go to her website to be able to get tickets and, you know, anything we need to do for you. And she'll be giving us the registry so that we can, you know, purchase,
Yes.
so that you have them for your house. I forgot, I'm gonna be at Nate's Super Funny Comedy Club in Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, I didn't see your dates up on your site, Sherri, but
June 14th and 15th in Tacoma, Washington. You can go to sherryshowtv.com, and I'll be in Martha's Vineyard, Two Funny Mamas, in August. What is Phoenix doing? He didn't got your what is the voice?
No, I just got a little pleasant surprise. Come here. Since you want to pop up on somebody, come here.
Oh,
come here. Since you want to pop up on somebody, I know you were saying earlier, about me being single. No.
What?
No longer. Say hi, baby.
Who this, Harpo? Who this?
Hi, baby. Hi, that's my man.
Okay, what happened?
We'll talk about on the next time you need me to fill you in how this man has been my rock through all of this.
What's it?
We'll talk. Okay, go away.
You pulled them out like the Derricos pulled all in 14 kids.
Because I didn't know he was coming over. He surprised me.
I mean, but I'm okay. I'm so excited for you because you need this. Girl. I'm so excited for you. It just came out of nowhere, so it shocked me. But what a great, my gosh, you're going to be on Married to Real Estate. You got your man who's your rock. And did you see them arms, the gams on the man? Okay. Like, all right. Then you know what? I'm not sending you none of Candy's bedroom toys because you don't need them. This is amazing.
You know, and I got to, keep it, but no.
No, you don't need them. You don't need them. I'll keep them for myself.
Girl, what's good? You have toys and play together. Yeah.
Well, does anybody have any comments or questions for Coca or for us? We'll take them. And obviously, I'm not going to be making Coca stay all night because she got stuff to do.
I didn't know.
Lakeisha says the way your face just lit up says it all. Heaven sent says congrats. V says now find Sherri a man. Oh boy.
Yeah. Whoa.
Sherri. Talk, Sherri.
Huh?
We don't need to talk.
We gotta talk because I just remember us being in Martha's Vineyard. We was in Martha's Vineyard, me and you. Was it last year? No, it was the year before. It was 2 years ago. It was a couple of years ago, and we were talking about this very thing about being single and men not being honest, and the stuff that we're going through in our dating life. So I'm very happy that I can see somebody standing behind you, putting that strong hand on your shoulder. That I can see the joy in your face.
He's been my rock. He has been my rock through all of this. He really has. Made your debut, baby. I was keeping him a secret.
Not no more with our followers. We about darn near 80,000 followers. So it ain't too gonna be.
Oh wow! Don't say his name. I'm not saying his name.
And we get a lot of people that watch our podcast. Oh,
they know now. I'm off the market, like Drake said. Take me out the club. Take me out the trap. Take me off the market. Take me off the map. I'm trying to hit the group chat and tell it it's a wrap. So I hit Two Funny Mamas to tell y'all it's a wrap.
And drop the mic. Okay. Coca Brown, we love you. Oh, wait, before you go, were there any comments or questions or anything? Because I said that. Chris, I'm sorry.
Oh, all good. Everybody's just having a really good time. Everybody's been hanging out here. Jesse says, Coca, the Lord's blessing you. God bless you, girl.
Thank you.
A couple people asking names. We'll just skip those. Happy
can't
for
do
Coca.
names.
I'm so not saying his name.
Happy for Coca, beautiful man from Adria. Ms. Naughty 93 says, "AA, that's it. Show's over. Good night," from Lisa. Louder J says, "So nice." All kinds of people. Josephine says, "Finish the show," and finish. Uh-oh.
Well, definitely, I have to actually get off because I got to go pack because I'm got to go to LA at 6 in the morning from a dear friend of mine. Her son is getting married. I'm trying to keep this hair fresh. He's getting married Saturday and the makeup because
Girl, you know how to sleep, just like this is. You know
I'm
the
a
deal.
girl. I'm gonna sleep just like this.
Yep, know the deal.
I'm telling you, because this makeup, because we going all the way out in the cornfield for their marriage, and ain't no makeup artists out there, so, and they don't have no lighted
Make sure
mirrors.
you got your hand fan, Sherri. You got your hand fan.
I got my headband, I got everything, so
No,
I'm
the
literally.
fan, girl. The fan for the hand fan.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know
no,
we at
no, I
your
got
age, girl. We need that fan, girl.
the one that
There's
you
a
put on your
Bridgestone in
neck.
the airport. Buy your fan.
Oh, I got the fan. I got 2 of them, so I'm good with the
Oh,
fan.
good.
I just
Okay,
got.
because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, and they told me it's gonna be in the grass. I done packed up heels. I got to take the heels out and put flat sandals and everything. So I had a long dress. I'm putting on a little
Spray,
baby doll dress. Yeah, I
the
need
bug
somewhere the air
spray.
can get through. But oh damn, bug spray too. Good grief. Yeah, so I got to do that. You got plans because your plans have just walked in the door.
They just changed, so yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
go.
so you gotta go. So if y'all want to find out where Coca Brown is playing, and when I tell you this girl is hysterical funny, y'all not gonna regret it. Going to see Coca. If you go to Coca Brown, it's COCOA Brown, the number 4 life.com to purchase tickets. June 14th, 15th, I'll be at Nate's Super Funny Comedy Club in Tacoma, Washington. Kym Whitley will be back next week. She's coming back. And Coca, as soon as you find out the registry or you have the registry,
Yes,
please
I'll
let
make
us.
sure I send it to you guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we will blast it and talk about it. And you got to come back. We love you, and we're so
And
glad
May
that you are
31st,
safe.
make sure y'all go see Twisted Hearts in limited. It's going to be in theaters. It's a movie I'm in called Twisted Hearts. I forgot about that.
Quick,
Okay, we
Thank you,
got you.
baby.
quick shout out to Miracle Buttercream. We full show today, so no black business, but miraclebuttercream.com. Huge shout out from Sita. 2 Funny Mamas fans came through, ordered big at Mother's Day, and big thanks to Sita for all the great businesses that get to come on the show.
Thank you
we
so much.
certainly appreciate her. Also, shout out to Kym real fast. She did Netflix as a joke with To Hear More, who's from here in St. Louis. Chris Spencer, Guy Torrey, several other folks. Look at this. To celebrate the comedy union, your friend ends. You can see
Yes.
that. So shout out to our friend Dominique for getting these pictures for us. Yeah, everybody else follow 2 Funny Mamas on Instagram. Sherri, what else before you get out of here? And we'll play this this disturbing video from Kym Whitley one more time.
Yeah, we're gonna
before
play
we get
Kym
out of
Whitley
here.
next. I'll tell you about next week. I'll tell you about interviewing Vice President Kamala Harris. We had Emmy Corinaldi. She's coming from the show.
Oh, I
Reasonable
love her. Love her.
Amazing girl. Yeah,
You know,
she's coming on
she
the
and
show.
I did Bill Duke's acting boot camp the last year he had it.
Oh my gosh.
That's how
And
long
that's
I've
so
known
funny.
Emmy. I've known her since we did the last boot camp Bill Duke did.
Oh, that's crazy. He was amazing. Bill Duke. She was so awesome on the show. So she be coming on. Kiki Palmer's coming on. We got SWV and Escape. They're performing together. They're coming on the show because they're out on their Queens of R&B tour. So that was so awesome. Donnie Wahlberg from New Kids on the Block is coming on the show. So we got some good. Whoopi Goldberg came on the show and talked about her book, and it's on a New York Times bestseller. And Kamala Harris. So that was good. I have to tell you, behind the scenes, I was so nervous, Coca, with Vice President Kamala Harris, because John Murray.
Really?
Yeah, he said, "Don't be ad-libbing." You know, that's what we do. We're comics. Whatever
Right,
comes to our
right,
head, we
right,
say.
right,
And
right.
he said, "Sherri, here's the thing. This is the second most powerful person in the world. You can ad-lib, but this has got to be. You can't be going off the rails the way you do. That's effectively like you handcuffing me. I had to censor myself because there is a protocol and an etiquette when you're talking to the vice
Yeah,
president.
yeah, yeah.
You
Because she
know,
can't keep it
and
sister girl. You know, that's behind closed doors. You know, she can't be sister girl in
right,
public.
exactly. Yeah, so you can only go so far with the sister girl because
Right.
it's a respect thing, you know, and we wouldn't want other people to respect her as well. So it was that thing because I had so many, girl, I had so many jokes. Like she had a dance troupe at Howard, or was it high school or Howard? I can't remember. How are you? And it was called Midnight. It was three girls, her and her two girlfriends, and they were called Midnight Magic. Now you know the jokes I had for a group called Midnight Magic, and I could not do any of the
None
jokes.
of them? Nothing?
No, because they were
Could
not
you even
appropriate.
bring it up though? Could you even bring it up?
I did say Midnight Magic, and that was as far as I went.
Wow.
And then yeah, because it's like, you just don't want, because here's the thing in my head. Like she gave us gave me a box of presidential M&Ms, and it was a little box of M&Ms. And in my head, I wanted to go, is these M&Ms or these M&Ms? Like what, comparing them to edibles. But the thing about it is you got to know that, yeah, I could have done it and been funny and got a laugh, but that would have been the clip that went all over the world of her laughing at a joke like that.
Exactly. Right. Like you
I
couldn't even play. Like,
I really had to I had to
you had to
respect.
put your Barbara Walters on, basically.
I had to put my Barbara Walters on. It was like the silly Sherri, the homegirl Sherri. It's like, but you got to respect the position. This woman fought hard to get this position and to put her in a position where it's played around the world that she's having to laugh at a joke that I made about sex or something like, or an edible. That's what, they're waiting to have a clip like that. And so it was censoring myself because it wasn't about me. She wanted to come on and deliver a message I felt was very important for women to hear about maternal health care, what she was doing with a lot of her issues. So that was some pressure there, but
that definitely gave you, when I tell you, Sherri, that interview, I mean, you was already here, but that you don't understand, girl, the significance and what that did. Like you were solidified and validated and all that, but that.
Thank you.
You ain't see her on nobody else's couch. That's all I'm saying. I'm just.
I appreciate that, and it was I appreciate that, and it was really very cool because John said to me, that's what he was saying. He was saying, Sherri, you can ad lib, but you can only go so far. And he said, because this is so important. And he said, if it goes well, you're gonna be on CNN. If it goes bad, you're gonna be on TMZ. I said, and I okay. And I said the shade room, and I really wanted to do her right and do it justice. So thank you. I appreciate that. So keep watching the show, keep supporting, I appreciate. And we're gonna let you go.
Yes.
And like the Derrico said, we gotta go spend time with with the, the ones that we got. You gotta be with Phoenix. I gotta go sit in Jeffrey's bed and find out how school was today. So Chris, thank you so much. Kym Whitley, we miss you, we love you, and we're gonna go out. Thank you, and we're gonna go out. If you didn't get to see Kym's video, she had a special message for everybody. So Chris, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Hi, I am Kym Whitley, and I am safe from harm. I know I've been missing from two funny mamas for weeks. Sherri does not have me locked up in a room with a gray couch. I am okay. I know my fans have missed me, but I am safe.
And Sherri is very pretty.
And Sherri is very pretty. Why are we playing, Chris? Hi, y'all. What's up, to funny mama? I know.
Where are you,
I
Kym?
know. Okay, so a lot's been going on, Chris, and I'm coming back, y'all. Me and Sherri, I said Sherri has me in a room with a great couch.
I think she would stick you in a room with a bucket. I don't think you'd get a couch.
Yeah, I want to say to the fans, I'm coming back probably next week. Well, first of all, I am right now in my dressing room doing the show. What? The Upshaws. So I am in my dressing room. Wait, see, I guess I can show everybody my dressing room. Hold on, see. There we go. I'm in my dressing room.
A+ talent. Hello.
Yeah, I'm funny. So, I am working, but I did have a little surgery um a couple weeks ago, so I could not come on the air. I was in rehab and trying to get it together. So, but we don't just put our business out there. And then I had to start working. So I will be back to Two Funny Mamas probably next week. Chris, what you think?
I love it. We miss you. I know. I know you watch every episode and you send me critiques and notes and say, "Hey, here's how we could be better and here's how we'll improve." So I appreciate that about you. You've been working hard in your off time. So great work.
Yes. Well, thank you. I miss everybody, all the Two Funny Mamas fans. Thank you to everybody who's been sitting in for me. I really appreciate it. But I'll be back. I had a little surgery, and now I've been working, so it just didn't work out timing wise. But I'll be back. Sherri can't hold down the fort too long without me.
Do you
I
think she
guess
misses
next
you?
week. No, I think she's really enjoyed the time without me.
I've never seen her more motivated to book time. She's like, "Hey, let's record it Thursday." Okay.
It's record because she likes to talk by her damn self. But no, I'll be back. Let's say next week because this week I film tomorrow and then I film all day Thursday
To your
on
point,
another show on
you
Ray the
you had to do
series.
the health stuff, but then you just did Netflix as a Joke Festival with Chris Spencer, and you
Yeah.
guys honored the Comedy Union. You've had all these meetings, and you're now congratulations for the Upshaws thing. So, along with
Yes.
this, any of you conspiracy theorists thinking Sherri had
Yeah.
her hidden away, she's also just a mom who's super busy and super talented. So when you're talented, that means you get a lot of phone calls and a lot of
Appreciate
opportunities.
that.
So.
Thank you. So, hey, but I want to tell everybody make sure you watch Act Your Age coming up next week, May 22nd on Netflix. Do not forget. We need lots of clicks. Just click it and leave it on. Just watch it.
All right, for the outro, act like you're reading from the paper again,
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
That's right.
We'll leave this in.
Okay. So I want to thank everybody. I'm safe. I have water and I have food at least twice a week. Sherri has been kind to me in this room that she has helped put me in here by myself. So thank you. Sherri is a great talk show host. She's funny. She's pretty. She is everything. She is my friend. Thank you. See y'all. Help. Help. Sherri has me locked up. Help me. Sherri hates when I do this.
Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas. What's with the grin? Sherri and Kym. Yeah, that's them. About to throw down again. Tickling the soul from beginning to the end. Two dope friends, I love the way they do their thing. They digress, don't distress, such a beautiful mess. Two real ones, so true in the topics they address. So go ahead and subscribe, cause the party gets